Hey everyone, Bob Thibodeau here. Welcome to your daily leadership tip for today, which is Wednesday. And we've been talking this week about the qualities of successful leadership. And so far, I've given you 16 out of the 24 positive leadership qualities taken from surveys of employees and team members. These are qualities that these people have said they appreciate in those that lead them. Today, I'm going to go over the final 8 positive leadership qualities out of the list of 24. So positive quality number 17 that people like to see in their supervisors or leaders is this: the ability to make decisions. Be willing to make the decision. Decisions making is critical, a very critical skill for effective management and leadership. Some people just are not suited to leadership roles because of their lack of ability to make decisions. So that's something you need to work on. If the decision needs to be made, make it. Number 18, understanding their perspective. A very important skill you develop is to look at the situation or decision from different perspectives. Just stop and think for a minute about what it looks like from the perspective of a customer, or especially a customer that's not familiar with your business. How will this look? Will this impact the positivity that they receive from our business? Then stop and think about it from your employees or your team members' perspective. How is this going to impact them? Lastly, look at it from your perspective. When you get a good perspective from all different sides, only then can you have a clear picture of what the impact your decision is going to make. Number 19 is be consistent in your expectations. This goes both ways. One, your expectations of them, your team members, and that what they did yesterday, the day before, last month is still what's expected of them now. And the other perspective is what they expect from you. Consistency in your actions. Make sure that when you make decisions that it is communicated, especially if it changes the way things are being done. Make sure it's communicated to your team members. Number 20, empower others to succeed. Great leaders are great at empowering others. That's what makes them great leaders. I like to say it this way: a leader's job is to empower others to achieve every mission that as if the team's ideas were what made it successful. It may have been your ideas, it may have been your plan, but you need to empower your team so they believe subconsciously that it's their ideas and their plans that have made it successful. And then give them all the credit for it. Number 21, adapt to change. Much of what happens to us in business and in life is truly not under our control. So besides death and taxes, the next guarantee in life is change. Change will come. And your ability to adapt to a changing environment will be put to the test in building your team's ability to change as well. And this change must not be dramatic. It must not be done willy-nilly without thinking about it. You need to anticipate change. You need to plan for change. You need to do your research and prepare your team to buy into the change, because change is coming. Number 22, be organized. Leadership needs to be organized. One of the greatest attributes of an effective leader is organization. The ability to always know what's happening at all times, to follow up on prior discussions and projects, not allowing anything to fall through the cracks. What may seem as a minor, memory lapse to you may not be so to a team member or an employee who has been counting on you to get something done for them. So be sure you have a system in place to make sure you stay organized and on top of things. Number 23 is lead by example. This is one of the greatest leadership traits from the military that they have. A leader will never command his or her soldiers to do something that they would not be willing to do themselves. Now, the team members, they may think, well, he'd never ask me to do that. But if you started off in business, you probably have. If you're the one, you start off as a sole proprietor, now you have 15 or 50 or 500 employees. I can almost guarantee you, at some point in time, you probably cleaned the bathroom in your office. So asking someone to do it is not a degrading thing to them. Now, if you use it as punishment, it is. But if you rotate the cleanup assignment among, let's say you have 8 employees or 8 team members in the office, and you say, okay, once a week, we're going to rotate who cleans the bathroom. And include yourself in that. Just don't set it off on them. Include yourself in that, and you'll understand, and they will understand, that this is just an assignment that has to be done. And if you're willing to do it, they should be willing to do it as well. Remember Jesus, when he washed the disciples' feet? Peter told him, he said, I'm not going to let you do this to me. He says, if you don't let me do it, then you have no part in what I'm doing here, right? Because he was setting the example. That's what you need to do as well. And number 24, the 24 positive leadership qualities: show patience with those whom you lead. A great leader will be able to lead without making every single decision a life or death issue. If you've planned for, anticipated for, and trained for various scenarios, you are way ahead in the game. And when something does happen, you've already got an idea of what needs to be done, and your team has an idea of what you're going to do. So there's not a shock to anyone. They just understand it. You're implementing the plan that we've already gone over. So when someone messes up in a situation like that, don't get angry with them. Use it as a training experience, but you need to show patience with it, especially if someone is new to your team and then something happens. Use it as a training experience. Don't get angry with them. Show patience, show compassion, show understanding, and you'll generate a lot more respect that way. Now, these were the 24 positive leadership qualities. They're going to help you focus on what matters in developing as a better leader. They are the traits and qualities many employees and team members have identified as being important to them. And I've added my commentary after each to give you an understanding of what each quality means, at least to me. Now, tomorrow I'll be going over some of the negative qualities. There's 12 negative leadership qualities that these same surveys identified as things that employees, subordinates, and team members did not want to see in their leaders. So come back for more tomorrow. I also have a free gift for you. If you click the link in the show notes, I have a free checklist of all 24 leadership qualities and the 12 negative leadership qualities that we've been discussing this week. To get your free checklist, just click below. There's no opt-in. There's no email required. It takes you directly to the page on my website. You can download it from there. Absolutely free. I'm just giving it to you because this is some important stuff here. So until tomorrow, this is Bob Thibodeau reminding you, I will see you then.